Good evening, my friends. You are interested in the mysterious, the unknown, the unexplainable. For that is why you are here. Now, for the first time, we are bringing you the full untold history, the events that we are bringing to you to demonstrate, beyond any doubt, the existence of the supernatural, the paranormal. Yes, my friends, are your hearts ready for the mysterious unknown to be revealed?
February 13th. We arrived at the docks in Tangier, Morocco yesterday morning at 6 a.m. We disembarked the ocean liner RMS Aquitania via the Sea of Gibraltar. It was approximately a 12-and-a-half-day trip from the port of New York to the northern tip of Morocco, Africa. From there, we took the Moroccan equivalent of a hansom to Chefchaouen, where we stayed overnight, Moxon Square at the Hotel Parador, as our train left today and is en route to Cairo, Egypt. The Blue City is by far the most peaceful place I've ever experienced firsthand. After settling in, Nicola, Howard, Harry, Bess, Kenneth, and I sat and drank Maghrebi tea. It was a delightful chun-mi green tea, infused with spearmint, sugar, and a touch of wormwood leaf. I was also able to ask Howard if he would accompany me back to Tangier yesterday, for today, to partake in the only Catholic church, Church of the Immaculate Conception, seeing how today is Ash Wednesday. After returning to the Hotel Parador, we all stopped by the Café Mandala for a spot of breakfast. It's absolutely fascinating how much culture is mixing and mingling in Morocco. You can almost see the influences of Spanish, Arabic, and French everywhere you look, not to mention the different religions that seem to coexist all around. In fact, Chefchaouen, while it was founded in 1471, didn't get its distinctive blue color until 1492, when it received an influx of Jews escaping the Spanish Inquisition, who brought a tradition of painting buildings blue. Spain recently seized this region of Morocco, and as awful as that sounds, if they had not done so, we wouldn't have had the pleasure of experiencing this majestic city. The name Chefchaouen comes from the Berber word Ashawen, meaning horns. This is due to the rift mountain peaks that dominate and surround the city. I believe after this adventure, I should dedicate the lounge at the hotel to a Chefchaouen motif. I will attempt to use the same Jodhpur blues that they use, and research the kind of mint teas they have.
This is where we're supposed to meet this guy? This place is a pigsty.
This better not be some kind of trick. We're wasting too much time.
You two need to settle down. He has fantastic ideas to help us get the power we need for the new Ottoman order. Our wildest dreams will be realized once we have the power all to ourselves.
If what you say is true, then there will be no stopping us. But what is it? An army? Some kind of weapon?
I think he has a jinn.
Damn you! He has nothing! You're losing the goats, brother!
Gentlemen.
What is the meaning of this, Malasef?
If you do not wish my help, I will go elsewhere.
Let at least hear him out.
We do need help. The Ottoman Empire cannot rise with just us three.
What I have to offer will give you the power you need.
Miss Smith and I attended Ash Wednesday Mass at the Church of Immaculate Conception. It was a wonderful service, although I could barely understand what the Padre was saying. We then retired to the Café Mandala because we recognized the word and had authentic Moroccan cuisine. They weren't, as I originally thought, as offensive as I was anticipating. I had a simple fried egg and olives, a basic plate comprising of a fried egg with a runny yolk, a handful of black olives, soft cheese, and a large helping of olive oil. The honey was also served. Bread is used to scoop up the various ingredients, and the combinations of flavors work surprisingly well together. Tesla ordered kalea and eggs. Kalea is a type of dried meat, and paired with fried eggs for a delicious combination of textures and flavors. It was served with the thick chunks of bread, a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice, and milky coffee. Perfect for washing it down. The Houdini split an order messamen. It was a square crepe-like type of bread. It was served with sides of honey, butter, and soft cheese for dipping. Alternatively, it may have already been spread with honey and soft cheese, usually the brand Laveshki Rit, and rolled up for an easy breakfast on the move. Miss Smith had a very interesting breakfast. She ordered luvia, which is a bean-based dish served warm with bread and typically kavats. Luvia is made from white beans with spicy tomato sauce. Another ingredient is salted lemon, adding a tangy twist. And Kenneth was probably the envy of the entire party. He ordered a plate of sveni. These are the type of a deep-fried Moroccan fritter, akin to donuts and carnival funnel cake. He also ordered a bowl of fresh fruit, but no one gave a damn about that. After a filling breakfast, we departed by way of the station that was roughly 2 hours outside of the Blue Pearl known as Chefchaouen. According to the conductor, it's 56 hours to Cairo, which will bring us there on February 16th in the morning. Just enough time to meet with the British archaeologist and Egyptologist Howard Carter, who's expecting us, along with his benefactor, one Lord Carnarvon, before the events of the day. They have scheduled the official opening of Tutankhamun's tomb February 16th of this year. On the 4th November of last year, Carter's excavation group found steps that Carter hoped led to Tutankhamun's tomb in the Valley of the Kings. Carter made a tiny breach in the top left-hand corner of the doorway, with Carnarvon, his daughter Lady Evelyn Herbert, and others in attendance. Chiseled enough to be able to peer in by the light of a candle to see that many of the gold and ebony treasures were still in place. He did not yet know whether it was a tomb or merely a cache, but he did see a promising sealed doorway between two sentinel statues. The next several months were spent cataloging the contents of the antechamber under the often stressful supervision of Pierre Lacaux, Director General of the Department of Antiquities of Egypt. We've been summoned for this particular adventure in order to retrieve yet another book. This time it seems to be that of a mythical scroll, companion to the fabled ancient Egypt Book of the Dead, entitled the Book of Thoth. Thoth, the ibis-headed Egyptian deity, has been associated with godly disputes, the arts of magic, the system of writing, the development of science, and the judgment of the dead. Jesus, sounds like the patron deity of our group. It's exciting to be in another continent with my Revealer's family again. Mr. Tesla seems to be more preoccupied than normal. Miss Smith has been revisiting her Old Golden Dawn study since Christmas after Pennsylvania. And Harry? Well, Harry's Harry. And he made it clear that since this assignment is more in the public eye, that he wants to keep a low profile. So much so that he has insisted that we use his alias Eric White. And if we didn't, he would never speak to us again. He also suggested we all use pseudonyms. He suggested I use my pen name Ward Phillips, Miss Smith as Fade Cornwall, and Mr. Tesla as Nicholas Thunderrod. I feel that the fake names are probably unnecessary. The country of Morocco itself is far too preoccupied over the current Rift War, and war that involves Spain locked in battle with the border tribes in the Rift Mountain region. The train has already been stopped twice for a Spaniard officer to give the train the twice over, to grant a safe passage to Cairo.
I do not understand how an old canopic jar is going to do anything for our cause.
It is not the jar itself. It is what the jar opens, releases.
The fabled Arabian jinn? We are going to be had. It's devil's feathers.
We can at least give it a try. All he asked in return was our favor.
Which already seems suspect.
You are too suspicious, my brother. We will regain the Ottoman Empire for the Sultan, and we will laugh hardly at this conversation. Sultan Mehmed VI will praise us in the imperial household. We will be the new Pasha.
As I am suspicious, you are a dreamer. Our efforts will never be so rewarded. We will be the unsung heroes. Our mission's honor will be given to the Sultan the way it should be.
He will know, and that's what matters.
We are close to the abandoned city, Amman. This is where he said to open the jar.
Why would he do that? Why in Egypt? Why not Istanbul?
This is where the power is released. It will carry us to Istanbul. Ya Sayyidi Ya Mahmed Sallallahu Alaihi Wa Salam.
What is this place?
It is a failed kingdom of a failed pharaoh. He was ahead of his time, leading fools that didn't wish to evolve any further in their faith.
Treason.
Let us focus on the present, Demir.
My life as of late has opened old wounds and memories again. It's no wonder that it's the third time in my life since the events that plague my mind have resurfaced once again, and has also returned my mission to the foreground of my mind. The only way to unlock the key to the universe, one must first understand the significance of the numbers 3, 6, and 9. If we as humans knew the magnificence of these numbers, we would have the key to the universe itself. First, we must understand that we did not create math, we discovered it. It's the universal language and law. No matter where you are in the universe, 1 plus 2 will always equal 3. Everything in the universe obeys this law. There are patterns that naturally occur in the universe, patterns we've discovered in life, galaxies, star formations, evolution, and almost all natural systems. Some of these patterns are the golden ratio and sacred geometry. One really important system that nature seems to obey is the powers of two binary system, in which the patterns start from 1 and continues by doubling the number cells and embryos develop following the sacred pattern. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. Some call these patterns the blueprint of God. Math, by this analogy, would be God's thumbprint. In vortex math, the science of torus anatomy, there is the pattern that repeats itself 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5, and so on. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4. As you see, 3, 6, and 9 are not in the pattern. These numbers represent a vector from the third and fourth dimension, or a flux field. This field is supposed to be a higher dimensional energy that influences the energy circuit of the 6 points. If we go into the Great Pyramid of Giza, not only are there 3 larger pyramids of Giza, all side by side mirroring the positions of the stars in Orion's belt, but we also see a group of 3 smaller pyramids immediately away from the 3 larger pyramids. We find lots of evidence that nature uses threefold and sixfold symmetry, including the hexagonal tile shape of the common honeycomb. These shapes are in nature, and the ancient emulated these shapes in the building of their sacred architecture. Let's say there are 2 opposites, call them light and dark if you want. They are like the north and the south poles of a magnet. One side is 1, 2, and 4, the other side is 8, 7, and 5. Just like electricity, everything in the universe is a system between 2 polar sides, like a swinging pendulum. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Imagine the movement like the symbol for infinity. However, these 2 sides are governed by 3 and 6. 3 governs 1, 2, and 4, while 6 governs 8, 7, and 5. If you look at the pattern closely, 1 and 2 equals 3, 2 and 4 equals 6, 4 and 8 equals 3, 8 and 7 equals 6, 7 and 5 equal 3, 5 and 1 equals 6, 1 and 2 equals 3. The same pattern on a higher scale is actually 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. But even these 2 sides, 3 and 6, governed by 9, which shows something spectacular. Looking closely at the pattern of 3 and 6, you realize that 3 and 6 equals 9. 6 and 3 equals 9. All the numbers together equal 9. Both ways excluding and including 3 and 6. So 9 means unity in both sides. 9 is the universe itself, the vibration, the energy, and the frequency. 3, 6, and 9. There is a deeper philosophical truth in this. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Kenneth?
It's me, Doc. I was able to get you the whole bottle.
Wonderful! Come in, come in!
According to the map, the antechamber is just over there.
There is nothing here, just sand.
Dig around, fool. Must I do all the thinking?
I assure you, dear Demir, that I, like you, am a simple victim of circumstance.
It is here. Bring the torch closer. I have found an edge. What is this symbol?
It is an Egyptian hieroglyph.
What does it mean?
It is some kind of sun symbol. But this is odd. There has been something chiseled away.
That is strange. It looks very similar to the markings on the jar, including the part that's been scratched away.
The time is near. Open it. We must make haste. The moon is coming into position. He said it was important that the moon be in position.
Steps, be careful. To arms.
Wait. It isn't alive. It's a statue. Crocodiles don't get that big.
That could swallow all three of us in one single gulp.
Look, the moon shine in. It is time to open the jar and bring forthwith the powers of the universe to set straight a terrible wrong.
Here, by the crocodile, there is the car statue that the man told us about.
Our actions are out of love, honor, and faith. May our actions be accepted as such and not offend Allah, Muhammad, or Sultan, and Asmanli Hadani.
Herr Sheikh Kadirala.
Miss Cornwall, how fares you this evening? Fancy a spot of supper?
Ward Phillips, as I live and breathe. Funniest meeting here like this, so far from home.
I've been living in North Africa for 3 years now. Have you met my colleague, Dr. Thunderrod?
Charmed. This is my nephew, Dodge Thunderrod.
Not if I can help it.
Right?
Where are the whites?
I think they're in the dining car already, keeping a low profile.
And I am the great Houdini!
Surprise? What was that? 4 hours this time?
Disguise failure.
Let's see what you got, Mr.
Bey, Fakir Rahman Bey. This one I call Mind Over Matter. Madame, may I see your spoon, please?
Give him your spoon, love.
But I ordered the soup.
I'll give you my spoon. Please, Bess?
Here you go.
There's your spoon, Fakir Rowan Base.
Thank you, thank you. Now watch closely. With only the power of my mind, I have completely twisted the spoon. Praise Allah.
Very quaint. Baker's room and board. I must admit, I can't do anything so daring. You see, my doctor here, Dr. Thunderrod, says I'm too low on iron to think straight. Isn't that correct, Doc?
He's too low in iron to think straight.
But I have some iron, just here that may help. 100% pure Edgar Thomas iron nails from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Would this do the trick, Doc?
Depends on what the trick is, Henrik.
Say you're crazy.
You're crazy.
Gee, Doc, I didn't know you were that kind of doctor.
Bess, what is he doing?
Well, this poor gentleman was doing tricks for everyone while they were eating, and he did one that Harry didn't like. So they started a trick off. The poor Bay guy has no idea he's about to get Houdini'd.
I think that's my quota for iron this year.
Very nice. Let's add some protein to that diet. I need 6 eggs from the kitchen, please. I'm sure your Catholic friend will not mind since they are not meat.
Oh, Pixie, he means you.
Thanks, Howard. I know. How long have they been at this?
Oh, not very long. He's really just toying with them. He'll keep doing these little tricks, and then when he gets tired or hungry, he'll finish with the trick the other guy can't top. Houdini'd.
That is how we make a balanced diet.
Now that I'm thinking correctly, I'm going to need to wash this iron down with something to drink. Mr. Phillips, please, hand me that pitcher of water. Would you say this is the freshest water on the train? Okay. Have you added anything to this pitcher? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Phillips.
I hope we can at least order while they're tricking each other out or whatever. I'm famished.
I don't know if the kitchen will be open much longer.
Very nice. For this illusion, I will need a personal artifact from a member of the audience.
Excuse me? Is the kitchen closing soon?
It closed 10 minutes ago, but we are still serving the prepared food until it's finished. Would you like to order?
Yes, me and my companion's here. Can we have that wrap to take to our cars?
Certainly.
Are they closing the dining car?
Trust me, after he finishes, you'll not want to eat here with that bay guy around.
And now for my greatest trick. Please direct your attention to the deck of cards. Mr. Fakir, please select a card and show it to the members of the audience.
A card trick, Harry? Really? You are doing so well.
This is a good one. Bay, hold your camel's toe.
See? See?
Put it in a deck, please. After talking about food and diets and drinking all that water, I think I need something real to eat. And since it's going to be Friday in a few hours, I'll have to get the fish. Where's your card, Mr. Fakir? The 3 of hearts.
No.
Was it the 6 of diamond?
No.
Was it the Queen of spades?
I'm sorry, Mr. Houdini. You failed.
Please, Mr. Fakir Raman Bey, will you kindly remove your turban?
That is impossible.
Where's your card? The Ace of Clubs.
It was.
And that is how you turn an Islamic fakir into a Christian magic trick. Welcome to Egypt, everyone.
How did you... Harry Houdini?
Good night, folks. Tip your servers.
All-powerful Jinn, hear our request and help our Sultan regain the empire of the Ottoman.
We serve only him and Muhammad, but we are willing to serve you in exchange for our request.
Grant us this wish, and we will set you free.
Hear us, O great one.
See? See? Something is happening. Something comes from the canopic jar.
It is some black mass. It moves like a shadow.
Oh, great Jinn, praise Allah!
It moves towards the Ka statue.
Where is it? It's gone.
When the fakir removed his headdress, underneath was a full-blown Ash Wednesday Ash Cross. It was simply incredible. I hope that the fakir had no hard feelings. Jesus Christ, what the hell was that?
You must find what was lost. Only you can unlock the secrets. It must be found.
What the? Oh my god. It was a dream. That felt so real.
What is happening?
This doesn't seem right. We should retreat.
Such power is in our presence. Stay, you dogs, and behold our savior.
The shadow. It is in the Ka statue.
Allah! There is only one God! Atan who rises.
My friends, do not let your eyes see, nor your ears hear, that which you cannot account for. These historic events are designed to help you to be prepared for the thrilling, relentless exploration into the unexplained. Join us next week when the mysterious unknown is revealed.